He's got one called Letter Eat.
And whoever wins is going to win big, baby.
Yeah.
They will go home with a pocket full of money.
All right, we're in here. Episode 51. Bo's checking our audio real quick, make sure it sounds all right. Brad was in here just a jaw jacking about stuff we're supposed to talk about. Would you please stop talking? We're going to talk about it in a minute. Chill out, man.
I got here early. Usually I walk in. We have to start the show immediately.
That's true. That is true. I was having trouble with the laptop, and I hope something doesn't go awry while we're sitting here recording. But the laptop wouldn't take a charge, and I couldn't figure out why. But everything else went pretty smooth, as far as I know.
That's true. That is true. Working good. Hold on.
Yeah, audio sounds good.
Yeah,
all right. Well, welcome in. Back at it again. I think all of us had big weekends this time. It's not just Brad got to have all the fun for a change. But a lot of things to cover. A lot of interesting stories, that's for sure. So I guess we'll dive right into it. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Right,
Since you don't get to race all the time,
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
let you have plenty of time to talk about
I appreciate
your
that.
first Cars Tour race. But
all right.
Yes, anyway, yeah, we went back up to Farmington Saturday night, and on the way up there, one of my biggest fears was starting to come true. Is Riverside's weather at the time looked good, and about 11:30, 12, I pull the radar up, and there's just red and green all over Farmington. I'm like, my nightmare is going to come true. Farmington's going to rain out. Riverside's going to race, and I'm going to miss it. And so but of course, it was a smaller shower that passed over pretty quick. When we got there, you couldn't even tell it had rained at the racetrack. We went up to Farmington and drew a 7 this time. We didn't get our lucky high pill draw, so started on the pole of the heat race, and car was really nice and got out front and was pretty much checked out with the heat. And we had the same issue we had a couple weeks ago. The car kicked out of gear on its own. It's the second time it's happened in 3 weeks. The first time, though, I got lucky and was coming to the checker, so I was able to coast across the line. This time we had about 2 laps left, so I just had to pull in. After the fact, when I thought about it, I was like, I should have just stopped, put it in gear, I kicked it out, put it back in, and pushed back off. But at the time, I honestly didn't know because it revs way up, so you don't know if it's done blowed up or if it's come out of gear until you get back to the pits. So we kicked it out of gear again. We went back. We think we finally fixed the issue, which I'm glad it happened this weekend instead of next weekend at the Queen's Royal.
I say next week's the money week.
Yeah, so glad it happened then. But we still got some, pretty decent little fast track test session there for about 6 laps. The car's really nice, track was pretty fast, so I feel good about that. Hopefully that'll be like similar qualifying track conditions we'll have this coming up weekend.
Who runs with the Queen's Royal? What classes they run?
This year they're only running 2 classes of mini sprints with them. So
mini sprints.
I don't think I've ever watched mini sprints around there.
Track's not going to be torn up or anything.
I don't think they've been. Yeah, I know. That's what I was. Last year we did like stock cars and modifieds.
Well, the year we went was mods, and they cut it up.
It was rough.
So that's like a little bit of a curveball coming with that event. It's just being mini sprints and sprint cars. So it'll be interesting to see how the track progresses through the night with not having just a bunch of big tires out there. So, so we. Of course, we had to start at the back. Then we started 18th. Guy in front of me tagged the back, so we ended up starting 16th. Survived. Honestly, I'm not going to say I drove from 16th to 6th because I survived some carnage that happened in front of me. I dodged a couple of spins and passed a few cars and was able to get up to 6th. But we started so far in the back, the track was pretty fast in the heat race, and it really looked like it was staying fast all night. And so I called Brian, we kind of discussed it, and I showed him some pictures of the track. He's like, let's maybe free it up since you're starting back a little bit. So we just made little small adjustments, and we're sitting on the late models. They took quite a bit to run there. They had a couple pile ups, so everybody was kind of packing the top end while under caution because they had to keep going up above the crash, and because it was kind of ripply and had some like character to it. I think them late models rolled for so long that it like smoothed it out pretty good and hardened it up. And so like during the late model feature, we're sitting there on the grid, and I can see dust coming up in the air, and I'm like, oh boy, we might be in trouble here. So we go out, and sure enough, the 1 and 2 is like got slick, but there's some moisture patches you can kind of work with. And 3 and 4 still had a good amount of moisture, but I have to keep reminding myself it's not like Riverside moisture. Like, don't get scared because you see some brown dirt. Like, it doesn't stick as hard as what, like, Riverside would.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I put in my mind every time I see that, and I get a little nervous. So we went out there, and I think we would have been just fine if we'd have left it alone and probably been a lot better than what we were. But I'm glad we tested it out at the same time, too. We really didn't have much to lose. Like, let's just try it and then see what we think. So if we're in a similar position, we know what to do next time. So,
especially the week before the big one.
So like we decided to kind of maybe try it out, and it was okay. Like I had to pull my wing back in the trunk and get it to drive like that. But yeah, I mean we dodged some wrecks and passed a couple cars, and I really tried to try the top like most of the race. I went to the bottom a few times, but everybody else kind of on the bottom, so I was just like, let's just try to see if we can hang tight. And we did. We were able to hang pretty good up there. So I mean, like I said, it was overall went 18th to 6th, salvaged a decent point night. We lost a little bit. I think it's went from 125 to 111 now. So yeah,
that's not bad. That's
not bad. Like I said, it could have been way worse if you don't start it at all.
I think I ask you this every time. How many races are left?
We got 3 left now.
Okay, yeah. So even if you did that each time, where'd the second place guy finish?
He was third.
Third?
Yeah. So
okay, so I mean, even if you did something similar for the next 3 races, you still, you're still not even going to be
pretty good lead.
Yeah.
Well, see, like earlier in the week, Jeff Watson, one of the guys that sponsors the car, he messaged me, and he was like, I think he said something similar like, only got to put together 4 more nights, and you'll be Farmington Empire Speedway track champion, Peanut's 3rd overall championship, and which I do want to win it for Peanut because, like I said before, I don't know how many more years he wants to do it. And he's been going over there since the track opened and things like that. And I told him, I was like we talked about on the podcast, we're taking life one day at a time here. I was like, let's not start looking towards, 4 weeks down the road. Like, let's start focusing on tomorrow and the next day. Like, let's just take this moment. I don't want to think about.
When you get enough of a points lead where you can finish dead last, and the guy second place guy can finish first, then you can.
Yeah, then we'll discuss coasting a little bit. But right now, like I don't even want to talk about. Yeah. I don't want to talk about anything after Queens Royal. Like, let's just get through the Queens and.
Have you run for points in anything else before? Like
305s.
305s. Yeah, but you never did like ASCS regional something. No, you never worried about it. No, so is this like the only other time you've ever done it then? Yeah. Really?
Yeah, and
so this is like the second time, third time?
Probably like third. I think we did maybe like 2 years with the 305s, maybe, and so this will be probably my 3rd time ever to run.
And you won the championship in 305?
I did one. I think I did one time. I think I won MSCA in Riverside 1 year, and then
you like second. You won? You mean you don't know? You don't remember whether you won?
I know 1 year I won the Riverside championship because I wanted to win a championship at Riverside. I remember winning that one, but I can't remember if I won the MSCA the same year or not. Okay. But yeah, so this will be like my 3rd time ever to run for the points, and like I said, that's why I don't even like talking about it because I'm always nervous about running for points because you could have an awesome season all year, and then these last 2 or 3 everything fall apart, and then everything you did all year doesn't matter. It's like it makes me nervous even discussing it.
It still matters.
I don't even want to think about the points.
You've won 6 races this year.
3360s and.
Well, I mean, even still though, you've won 6 races this year. Like, no matter what, it's still a great year.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
So I mean, you can't. I mean, I know you want to put the cherry on top.
When you can pair it up and get it up there, 1 of 7 tracks. Have that.
Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to win because there's a ton of history at that place.
Yeah,
the Montgomerys, Tommy Worley, dude named Bob Thurman I think it is. Casey Birch, he won like 4 in a row there, and it's like it'd be cool to add my name to it, and I want to. At this point, like we come this far, like I want to finish the job and make it happen. So.
Well, I don't want to make you feel any better or feel any worse. But I've ran for the points twice in the whole time I've been racing in sprint car stuff. And one, we absolutely ran away with it.
Yeah.
And we killed them. And we won like 4 races. It was a great year. The next time, we won 1 race, and we were leading the points going into the last race of the season. I mean, we were all on top of each other, though. The first 4 in points were all on top of each other. I think it was me, Zach Dom, and what's the kid drives 3-car up in Iowa, Illinois area? Newman, Jake Newman, and someone else. And in hot laps, the right front spindle broke clean in half in hot laps, and we absolutely destroyed the car.
That's terrifying.
And did not make it back out, and I finished 4th in points. So that's my 2 times in points.
Yeah, one of the cool things, though, is both times this has happened, that the cars come out again, we weren't sure what happened. I've had, maybe they don't want me to name them, so I won't name them, but I've had 2 guys come up to me and offer me, like, hey, if you need my car, you can go drive the car in the feature.
Oh, that's nice.
I've had 2 separate people come to me and offer their cars up.
Well, I tell you what, if you can get something in one of those back there, I got a roller in case you need, and it's the right color. So there you go.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I thought that was very cool.
That's when you kind of know how much it really means to be running that, because if people are willing to set themselves aside to get you in there, I mean, it's a big deal that you're sitting there. Yeah.
You know, to be respected like that, you know, for people to offer up their cars.
I definitely was very appreciative of those guys to offer that
that's
up.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, even the guy in second place, Jeff Asher, we found he's, about our situation, my daughter having cancer and stuff. He told me, he was like, I was going to ask you if you were, because it was the first race back at Farmington. We ended up posting that we were coming, but he was like, I was going to reach out to you and ask you if you were coming to race, because if you weren't going to come run this race, I wasn't coming either, because I don't want to win like that. I don't want to take the championship away like that. But when I posted, he didn't have to ask me or anything like that we were coming. But he was going to reach out to me and ask if I was coming, because if I wasn't, he wasn't going to race either. So I thought that was like pretty big of somebody to do that.
That's top notch.
Again, respect.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I try to give the respect back to everybody over there. So I hope that they see that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's really good. Anything else? Anything else interesting happening?
No, just no fighting this week. Now, if you get into a fight, there's a $100 fine before you can come back.
Really?
So,
okay. That they said that this past weekend, like they announced it.
Yeah,
really?
They had a little scrap in the opening the week before, between a couple of sprint car crews up there. So,
about what? What happened? What?
Honestly, I really don't know. I've heard little bits and pieces, but I'm not well connected enough to know what happened. But I do know the two families have like a pretty big beef with each other. It's been going on since last year. They actually touched wheels again Saturday night, and they got to dicing it up after the checker, and the promoter Bub was on the radio hollering at everybody, because he actually was at Knoxville last week and he wasn't there. And he got up in the drivers meeting, and he said, all right, he's like, last week, it's like, I know I wasn't here, I've heard about everything, and it'll never happen again. I will always be here. I'm not going to miss another one, because it just went haywire when I wasn't here. Yeah. And that's when he was like, no fighting here, $100 fine or whatever before you can come back, and all those things.
So he didn't even offer to say, well, $100 fine unless it's on the front straightaway?
Well, they've tried that before. Then I think the insurance company.
Oh, that's right. We did talk.
The insurance company, I think, saw a video of it and was like, "Yeah, that's enough of that. That was a little more aggressive than we thought it was going to be."
Well, maybe before they go out there, you say, "Okay, here, sign here," and then let them go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
$100 isn't going to keep him away from throwing a punch if they really want to.
No,
$100.
They're running 410 sprint cars.
That's
out
what
there.
I said. I was like, why need to add a zero to that to encourage no fighting? So.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be like, you really going to throw it if you mean it, but it'll stop the people that are thinking about throwing them. But
yeah. But
to deter it for real, you're going to throw some money out there.
Yeah. Well, cool deal. So I guess we'll get into our weekend, mine and Bo's weekend.
I wonder if it's a $100 fine to come back after fighting in the Cars Tour.
I would be curious to know. So
I think we almost found out a couple times.
Is it hot in here? Well, the air actually wasn't working today. We just got it working about an hour ago, so it's cooling off in here now. But So speaking of that, like Landon Huffman. So I got to meet Landon Huffman this past weekend.
Can we back it up just 1 second?
All right, what?
So Landon Huffman, he's discussing. Brandon sent us a clip last week of Landon Huffman's podcast.
All right, I had something planned.
Oh, okay.
No. I was just gonna say, like, I was really hoping to run well.
Who the heck is Brandon Hanks?
I was really wanting to beat him like fair and square. Like I was hoping there would be a point where I might could just pass him and get it on video, and then play that clip, and then have the clip in the Last Dance. That's like one of my favorite documentaries, the one with Jordan in the '90s, and where he's sitting there and he goes, I took that personally.
Yeah.
I wanted to do all of that and then post that. Yeah. So I had kind of had somewhat of a plan. I'm like, I really hope it works out.
I think I actually have a video of you driving past him.
Do you?
When he's wrecked. Yeah.
You've got to send it to me then, because I will definitely use that. I will definitely use that. But yeah, so Landon and the guys, they were going through the lineup about who was going to be at the car store race, and they got to my name, and Landon says Brandon Hanks, and Guy was like, who the heck is Brandon Hanks? And I put it on my Snapchat story, so if you follow me on Snapchat, I didn't want to like post it for the world to see or anything yet. I kind of wanted to keep it mostly in my back pocket, so. But it was just, I listened to him every week, and I was just sitting there powder coating. I got my earbuds in, and I'm just kind of doing my thing. And then he got to that part, and y'all, I just cracked up laughing. It made my whole week. It was so funny.
And then they said, sponsored by a pod, Let Her Eat Pod. They said real country.
Yeah.
Does Let Her Eat podcast make you think a bunch of hillbillies or something?
And then RJ, that's one of Landon's buddies, is like, oh, they must make a lot more money than we do if they sponsor a late model. And that was the funniest part. I'm thinking, man, this thing hasn't made a dime, So you just have no idea, dude. But yeah, that was pretty funny. But I got to meet Landon. He was actually like the first person I ran into at the trailer on practice day, and I went up to him, introduced. I said, by the way, I am Brandon Hanks, and he got a kick out of that, and we talked for a while. Real nice guy, real nice to me, and anyway, so he offered, he's like, if you need any help with anything, you want to talk about anything, like, let me know. I'll be glad to help you any way I can. I'm like, all right, cool. So, but anyway, talking about getting fined, the first thing I thought of when you said that was Landon during the race gets taken out by, what was that kid's name?
Tyler Rife.
He got taken out and goes down there and kicks the kid's door in and is reaching through the window net and all these things.
Really, probably, I don't know. I didn't see it that great. I was standing, hang on, wait a minute.
I shared the video. Didn't I send y'all the video or whatever? It was Flow Racing put it up earlier today. But it was pretty funny. So, but anyway, practice.
No, he got rolling before you came by. I got the other 3 cars that were tied up in it. But he got rolling before you came by.
Dang. All right. So, anyway, Friday, we had a full day of practice on Friday, and I had the tires I had. We bought one set for Friday at practice that we were going to run later in the day, and then we bought our race set for the next day. And I think you could buy as many. Correct me if I'm wrong. We could buy as many tires as we wanted to Friday,
Seemed
right?
like it.
I think you could buy as much as you wanted. I'm not mistaken.
There were plenty of people out there with more than one set.
Yeah, and then on race day, I think you could buy up to 3 sets. I think. But so we just bought one set to practice on Friday, and the race set on Saturday.
What's the price difference in the Hoosiers and the American Racers?
Same.
At it? Same price.
They're same. But anyway, we knew qualifying was going to be around 6 o'clock, so we thought we're going to put on the new set around that time. The practice was going to end at 6, so we thought, well, we'll go out at about 5:30, make a couple mock qualifying runs and see what we got. But so most of the day we're out there running on 20, 30, 40 lap tires?
At least, yeah.
At least. And I was probably almost a second off. And so
the
in the back
fastest cars, I mean...
Yeah, off the fastest cars.
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I'm telling myself, like, all right, it is old tires. These do go away faster. Just try not to think about it. Don't read into that, So then we put the new set on, and We went out, and I was only 2/10 faster. Do you remember? I think we were running 15.8. We were running 15.8 was the best we did on the old tires, and I think we went out around 15.6 on the new tires.
I don't even think it was that much.
Yeah,
I don't even think it was that good.
I think it was 2/10. I think.
It may have
we were
been
15.6. John's in the chat here, and John said the tires were from May, the ones that we were running. John can probably remind me, but I think we were 15.5, 15.6. I think.
I don't think that came until we got another adjustment out of it.
Well, so we came in, adjusted on it some, and the fastest lap we ended up turning, I believe, was a 15.4.
Yep.
15.4 on like 15 lap tires. So I was getting faster, and the tires were getting a little older. And I was also kind of figuring out a different line, what I needed to be doing.
Yeah, the car was completely different than it was the last time we were at Anderson.
15.5.
I mean, it was completely, totally different driving styles. So there was a lot of. And
so
you not only did you have the Hoosiers get hotter and they get a little slicker more so than the American racer.
They're faster. Cars are a lot faster. Our times were a lot faster.
Yeah.
Than when we were there the previous time.
Yeah, and the car drives. I mean, there was like 4 different things that changed significantly in how you drive the car that you had to adapt to.
So, like, without the bump stops and everything, like, you couldn't. John's probably looking at my race pass. He said 15.48 on Friday.
Maybe it was a 48.
Yeah.
Not a 43.
The bump stop deal changed a lot of things because without the bump stops, the setup we had when we were at the IHRA deal at Anderson, it's almost like the more I backed the corner up and just rolled the car, the faster I got. So it's like the easier I took it, the faster we rolled and got. This deal right here is the complete opposite. It's like the harder you drive in the corner and make that thing get through the center, the faster you're going to be. And so I had to like reprogram myself to like, okay, I have to go in deeper now. So I changed my lineup, started driving it in probably 2-3 car lengths deeper than what I was doing before.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, and it took a minute to get used to it. It was like I had muscle memory.
I kept going back and forth. I'm sitting on the back stretch watching him run, and I'm watching all the other cars. That Friday there was only like at most 6 cars on the track at a time, so it wasn't very crowded. And I was constantly going back to crew chief saying they have bars on the track. And they're alternating blue, white.
Yeah,
and he was at least a whole bar behind where the next guy was driving it. Yeah, stripes, bars, whatever. Yeah. So he was at least a whole, and they were probably 30-foot sections. I mean, it was a significant amount of space going into the corner. And I kept telling him, like, I wouldn't tell Brandon because I knew Brandon was figuring the car out, but I kept telling the crew chief, hey, he's still not there. Yeah. He's still not there. Like 3 or 4 times out.
And I'll tell you, too, like, tires on this deal, like the American racers, you could put a new set of American racers on, and it really didn't feel no different. It felt close to the same. Like when we would run the races before, I think we'd lose 2 or 3 tenths over the whole race. And what did we lose in the race this time? I mean, we lost well over half a second.
And you popped off some. John, tell me, wasn't it 530s or 1530s that you popped off in the final stretch?
Yeah, it seemed like I do remember it. So
in the last 25 laps.
Maybe we didn't lose as much as I thought, but I'm telling you, practice, I could feel the car floating when I'd go in the corner. And then when we put those new tires on, that sucker was tightened up and gripped up, and it was way better. So tires make a big difference on this side of things, too.
Yeah, tell them what happened with the brand new tires. After the car was set, we put brand new tires on it, you went out there for 2 laps.
Talking about on Saturday?
Yeah.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, anyway, I saved myself Friday night because I was really worried. I thought, man, I'm very unimpressive here. We put the new tires on. It took 15 laps to run the best time I've run all day. And still...
16.3 in the race.
16.3. Okay, so it was about a second. And then on Friday, I think Friday, the best times that a late model stock turn was a 15.129, I think, the 09 turn. And we run the 15.48. So I was still a little bit down, but I was better than I would have been. So anyway, Saturday rolls around. We practiced on the older tires. We had our, we didn't buy any more tires. But we go out for right before I go out for qualifying. It had been cool all day long too. We had a lot overcast, no sunshine, nothing. and then we're getting ready for qualifying. About an hour before qualifying, the sun's coming out.
And we get a rain shower and the sun comes out.
Yeah, and it's getting hot.
Not much rain though. It was just enough to dampen the ground.
Yeah, and it's getting hot. And Cameron Hedgecock was there helping me on the car. He was crew chief. And anyway, he's telling me before I go out, you drive fire out of this thing, dude. That's not what he said. But he's like, you drive fire out of this thing. Like, you go in there. And he told me, he's like, the ugliest laps in these things are usually the fastest ones. He's like, you go out there, and he said, I don't care if it's tight. He said, you stab the gas center of the corner. If it's loose, you stab the gas in the middle of that corner. You drive the fire out of it. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So I take his word for it.
Yeah.
And, dude, I drove the fire out of it, and that was the slowest lap I ran all weekend.
About spun out.
About spun out.
Yeah, I got that clip, too.
Got that. I mean, and like everything about it, like, was telling me, like, that's not the way to do this. It's like, no, that's not what we should do. But, you know, I don't feel like I've done it long enough to argue with somebody that's been around it. And I'm not saying he's entirely wrong. Maybe that situation was different. But he and Dad later on told me, he's like, well, he said, that may be my fault. He said, I kind of told Cameron, it's like, hey, if you want to make Brandon go fast, go over there and hit him in the head and piss him off. He'll drive the fire out of it. And so I guess that's what Cameron did. He was over there trying to fire me up. And he did. And I did. I drove the teetotal crap out of it, and it was an awful lap. So we started in the back. Dead last, as a matter of fact. But anyway, so get into the race. I had to do driver intros. I was the first one to come out. Landon's guy was the only one, I think, that clapped for me because he was the only one that knew me. He pointed at me and said, let her eat. Yeah, you know. I was like, hey, yeah, thanks. And so anyway, we start the race. And at this point, you know, I talked to a few people like, all right, if you're in this position, like, what are you doing? They're basically like, avoid the carnage and don't burn the tires up and you'll be fine. Okay, simple enough. So I start trying to go through the field, and y'all, when I tell y'all this is probably the hardest field of cars like ever. And I'm not saying that they're necessarily better drivers than the Outlaws, but or anything like that. So don't go panicking on me yet.
Well, no, I mean, I was telling my dad, I was describing him, I was like, it's like the Outlaws of late model asphalt racing.
It is. It really is. I look at the Cars Tour being World of Outlaws and IHRA was ASCS. That's the comparison that I can give you. And what I mean by that is
that's a real good comparison.
Like ASCS, I feel like on any given night we could go run top 10. And in Cordele we proved that. We ran in the top 10, and at Anderson
had the car too.
We had the car too. We just
back it up.
Well, we just broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and we were running lap times that were just as good as the leaders. So we had the speed, just unfortunate. But y'all, when I tell y'all, it was an absolute dogfight for 20th. It was a dogfight, and they don't miss. To me, it was so bizarre. Like, if you've watched Smokey and the Bandit, one of my favorite sayings that Buford T says, he said, I'm tail grabbing you right now. Well, I was all over that 2-car in front of me.
And I had Brandon's number.
Yeah. And
he had the better car of the two, but the two was, the two was on a heavy diet. That car was through 2 and 3 wide.
Well, he would not miss the corner. It didn't matter what I did. And I moved him one time, and then we had a restart, and he got back by us because we chose the wrong lane. So then I had to fight him again. But, I mean, none of those guys, though, they just don't screw up. No. Like, they don't screw up. They are literally all fast. All the cars are fast. Everybody's fast. There wasn't a single guy in that field that was easily covered. Everybody was equally as fast as the next.
Yeah, when racing with the IHRA, the leader would get into lap traffic 10, 15, 20 laps, depending on the size of the track.
I'd say closer to 20.
And we didn't get it. We went 50 laps. And we were the last car there, and we stayed on the lead lap No, that was another time. No, it was 50 lapper. We were at the back.
50. It's like 55 because we had a caution at lap 10, and they have a deal where if they go 45 consecutive laps, they have a competition caution. So it was lap 55. I think.
Yeah, we got saved by the bell on that deal from going a lap down.
Yeah.
And
me and the 37 car had a little pissing match kind of, and we slowed each other way down, and they caught us. And but even after that, like they never caught us again. We ran green a lot after that, and they never.
It was pretty
even
wild
close.
how the lap traffic worked, because they're just. We stayed grouped up.
Yeah.
Everybody stayed grouped up. Even the guys in the back were close enough to the back of the pack.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a long time for those guys to work around.
Yeah, we never got broken apart. Like we were all still real close. I can't, even if you go back and watch the highlights, the field wasn't even really broke up. And it's just wild to me. Like, if you look at best times, I think the Cars Tour posted it, but like the best times from front to back were 3/10 apart. Everybody was 3/10 apart, and that just blows my mind. That's how good they are. And then I find out from Cameron after it's all said and done that all of the teams there, but 2, are teams that race for a living. So that ought to tell you something as to why and how they're so good. So we were up against a totally different crowd, and I gotta bring it up before Bo does. I had made it up to 14th, and
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Oh, you wasn't?
No, if you weren't gonna bring it up, I wasn't gonna bring it up.
I don't believe you.
I mean, they can go watch the race.
It wasn't in the highlights. I watched the highlights today. It wasn't in the highlights, but I'll throw myself under the bus. It's fine, because if you watched it, you know. But
you have to go look for the low lights.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So anyway, they have the choose cone rule, and the 2 guys in front of me chose the bottom. And John and I would talk, and he's like, choose the bottom, choose the bottom. And it's not that I disagreed with him, but it's just that anytime 2 or more would go low, I'm going to the top.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to try to gain some spots this way because it was so freaking hard to pass. It's like I'm trying to find a different avenue and do something different. Well, at the last second, I decided to try to go top after those 2 chose bottom, and I hit the imaginary cone that's on the racetrack, that little orange arrow, and they put me to the back again. So any chance or any ground that we had made, I lost it all again.
Well, not all of it. And there's a lot of cars that were out of the race at that point, so you only lost a couple positions going to the back. But
well, I mean, it was 4, but like I could have. I mean, I could have beat my head up against the wall because like it was so hard to beat.
Yeah,
that's
just those 4. That's a dumb way to lose position.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
That's what I'm saying.
We've made fun of people on the show before because of that.
Yeah.
Because we're watching the Truck Series or Xfinity or the Cup Series, and it's like, these idiots. And then,
well, I have an idea. So you can't see that deadgum thing on the racetrack. Not very good. I had the idea. I'm like, why don't we take like a drone and stick one of them little lights, like a little neon light right there, and you can clearly see that thing from way back out of 4, and just go around that little light. I don't know.
Like you just said, those guys are racing for money.
Yeah.
They're professional drivers by definition. If they can't find the choose cone because it's dark outside, like, brother, it is what it is, man.
It was on me. So there was a lot of times this past weekend I made some mistakes and it cost us. But it was a good learning experience. I still had fun. I'm having a blast doing this. I've said that all year. I mean, that was only my 4th race. I wish it was my 40th. I'd do it all the time if I could. They're just a blast to race to me. And it's fun learning something different. But yeah, so we went on to finish 18th. If you watch the highlights, though, the finish was awesome. Like, it was a really good race, front to back. Have you seen any of it at all?
I saw some of it. I didn't see the end of it.
Man, the end of it, they were 3 wide coming through 3 and 4 coming to the checkered.
Yep.
And, I mean, there was a lot of beating and banging. Nobody was wrecking anybody, but, I mean, they was pretty rough on each other.
Short track racing is elbows up racing. If you can't if your bodies don't touch, then you probably weren't.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to tell you now that if you're a dirt track driver or whatever, and you look down on this stuff, I'm telling you, go experience the Cars Tour one time. It'll completely change your mind.
Yeah, it was a game
completely
changer.
Change your mind because I'm telling you, those guys are hardcore.
Yeah,
and they're bad to the bone. I ain't gonna lie.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun at the IHRA stuff.
Me too.
And learned a lot, but the Cars Tour was a lot more. And I noticed it when I'm going through. I've already started working on video for the weekend, and I noticed I don't have as much content, and it's because they're so efficient. I mean, we have a lot of time in between everything. We had more time in between everything to not work compared to the IHRA stuff.
Yeah.
But when they are quick. We got to get it done and get it done quick and be out of the way and be ready for the next thing.
Well, even on practice day, like with the IHRA stuff, we didn't practice as much. Mm-hmm. And, I remember, I think it was Anderson that we went out on practice day and we put a new set of tires on and we went out there and we ran 7 laps. And in 7 laps, we had the car just like I liked it already. I'd go out there and I'd run 2 laps, come in, make a little change, go back out, run 2 more laps, come back in, make another change. And then I told Dad, I'm like, sucker's perfect. Don't mess with it. And we left it alone and we called it a day.
Yeah.
Friday, we practiced all day long.
And it was different too, because there were time constraints with the IHRA. So on Friday, pros and stocks can go out on the track at the same time.
Well, with the Car Store.
With the
Car Store, the pros and
the IHRA was split. So you had an hour. So we would come in, make an adjustment. He'd go back out, run a couple laps, come back in. We'd make another adjustment, and we'd be out of time. So we had to sit for an hour.
Yeah.
So it gave me time to make. I mean, I just noticed in my stuff, it gave me a lot more time to.
Yeah, that's true.
Create or capture content. I didn't. I mean, there were times I looked down like, dang, I should have been recording. I should have done this, and I didn't have it going just because it was. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, he goes out, makes laps, we're back on the car, we're working.
Yeah.
And then we do it again. And it's constantly back and forth.
Yeah.
It was a lot more fun doing it that way. And the car, man, we make a lot more adjustments on the car.
Yeah. Well, we had more adjustments to make.
Yeah, it was,
I
enjoyed it. I learned a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
Running it.
I like the simplified way that IHRA was. Don't get me wrong. And I like the fact that it did kind of cater to people like us because, we don't have 5 sets of tires like the Quapples to go out and make mock qualifying runs and just keep on hammering and just keep doing that kind of thing. And, and I said that after the whole IHRA debacle and we knew it wasn't coming back. That's what that whole little video I did by myself. I was just real disappointed that wasn't going to be a reality anymore. And I knew right then that this is what we were going to deal with. But I mean, it is what it is. It's we can't change it. But I had somebody tell me today, and I'm not gonna say who it was. I hadn't told y'all this, but I had somebody tell me today. They're like, "You can't compete with them guys," and it was somebody close to me that I didn't expect to say that to me. He said, "Well, you can't compete against them people," and I take that as a freaking challenge. So. Bring it on. I'm all for going back. I want more of it. I'm gonna do the best I can to prove that person wrong. And anyway, so I'm looking forward to another chance at it. We're trying to figure out now what we're gonna do, how we're gonna get to the next one. It's really hard for us to get the thing ready and turned around to go to 2 or 3 more when they're all a week apart. So. I think at this point we're just going to have to pick one because there's not many races left. We're very limited to the races that we can run anyway. So there's 3 coming up and we're going to have to pick one. So anyway, so we're going to go for one more. We're going to try to figure out how we can come up with the money to go. And I'm ready to go do it again. So, but I had a blast. It was hard, but anything worth having in life is not easy. So, it just make it that much sweeter when we go back and run really good. There was times in that race when we made it up to about the 14th, 15th. I'm sitting there looking at the back bumper of Caden Quapple or in Carson Brown, like they were right there it's not like they were kicking our tail or anything like that. So there was really good people right in front of us. So
yeah,
I know we can do it. I know I can.
There was actually a stack of really good people right in front of us. Where he got up to before he ran across the shoes cone, it was nobody but heavy hitter.
I just look at it as initiation, and I just look at it as that's just
what it is, I guess.
You know, I
don't do it again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. I'll swing out toward one of the walls before I do that again. But anyway, so that was the weekend at the Cars Tour. It was a blast, and I look forward to the next one. John, my spotter, he said not Newport. He is getting married on the day of Newport. So anyway, but we'll see what we can do. But we also had plenty of other things to talk about too over the weekend. We had the ditch. The King of the Ditch was supposed to happen Saturday night.
I will say I did wear a dirt track racer's name tonight. I just want to make sure I had a dirt track guy on to show some support.
A dirt track racer.
Yeah, I know this is not his dirt track shirt.
He's gonna make his Dirt in December appearance this year. What do you think?
He's going to do the dome.
The dome.
Oh,
yeah,
you don't know about that? I figured you of all people would know about that.
I saw him make laps in a late model. I didn't know he was.
Yeah, he's going to race it at the dome. What do you think about that?
It kind of looks like he can drive a late.
Really dumb of him.
It looks like he can drive a dirt late model better than he can a asphalt late model.
I totally disagree. You know why?
Place for him to try to break in a late.
No, it's hang on. You're to me, you're thinking about that all wrong. Do you know why? What did you even say about it last year?
Well, bringing ice to it or whatever. Or no?
Well, it's just a show.
Oh, it is a show.
It's just a show.
Yeah.
And who is the biggest showman in racing right now?
Yeah.
They'll
probably plan for him to just drive through the fence and launch it off onto the concrete so he can get out and say something silly. And everybody cheer and holler and post it.
Yeah. So. See, you're already thinking about it. But like, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be cool. I have no problem. I mean, the dude's getting to race literally everything.
I don't have a problem with it either.
I don't know. I don't know if he's paying for this. I'm sure he is, but heck,
I think it's Cody Summers, late model. Cody Summers is the one that puts the event
the show on. Yeah. Oh, well, that makes sense too. Yeah,
genius. The man's even smarter than we thought.
Yeah.
Golly, gave him a lot of credit last December.
Yeah.
And going up to it just because of what he was doing, how he's managing that show. But now, I think even higher. I would love to meet that man, Cody. Man, I'd like to just hang out with you for a day.
Yeah.
You're a genius, brother.
Yeah. But I'm kind of excited. Oh, Caden says she wants to go for her birthday. Oh Lord. I guess I'm going to the dome.
It's a fun event to go to.
I would like to go. I really would like to go. But so I'll definitely be tuning into that. So we had that, but anyway, back to the ditch. I want to say 100 out of 10 on the promotion of this event from everybody. I mean everybody. All the videos were so good. If I had to pick a favorite, I do like the Dale Howard one where he said that he had Ronnie Howard's motor with him.
It's 305.
Yeah, it's 305. I love that video. Me and several of my buddies and y'all, we were just sharing them with each other, talking about how much we loved it. And I text Clayton while we were at the racetrack on Saturday night, and I just said we were getting ready to do driver intros, and I just texted him. I said, "Man, I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm so sorry. Like because they did everything perfect." And I think they were going to draw a big crowd, and the race was going to be good, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah,
but
it was going to be good.
Yeah, so I was.
The crazy
really
thing was even that morning, I looked at the weather, and there was nothing in the hourly forecast. It was literally like 11 o'clock. It started showing 90%, 100%. I was like, "What is happening here?"
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this thought's never occurred to me before, but y'all know what ditches do real good?
Drain
Hold water.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you going with that. Yeah.
Maybe I'll change the name up on the days where we got big races.
Yeah. Well,
it's just Riverside.
They
no ditches around here.
Well, it really was. It was such a cool week to watch all that stuff, and I mean that is the most promotion I've ever seen.
Oh,
event.
No,
100%.
I mean, I haven't been around that long, but same here.
Yeah.
Other than 98 won the max.
Yeah.
Playing the I mean, because I used to listen to 98.1 The Max every day driving to work and driving home.
Yeah.
And so at least 2 hours of my day was spent listening to 98.1 The Max. I'd hear about it then, but man, that stuff's dying.
It was good to see Clayton show his face on there
and that video
say stuff to the fans.
The video he dropped today, I thought was super good. I mean, an apology, I mean, wasn't necessary, but it was very, very cool to see him come out and say, I'm sorry for saying we're going to race.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah, because you just can't, I mean, everybody knows you can't fight Mother Nature, but it's just cool to see him come out.
Yeah, it was like the fans needed to see. They needed to hear that.
That's right.
You know, because you saw some of the comments after it happened. What happened to no matter what? What happened to no matter what? Guess no matter what's off the table. You know, you saw all that stuff. As soon as it happened, I was like, well, they're going to run with that.
So I don't think everybody meant that like in a bad way. They were probably just meaning it in a sarcastic way.
They haven't so programmed at this point.
Well, maybe you're part of the problem, Brad. But I could see myself just being like, you know, being funny, just trying to be funny or pick, but not actually being in like in a mean way.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's definitely some people there that are just flat out haters that are going to say that. But I mean, there's no way they could do it. It wouldn't be possible.
You know, any other time it's been some sort of controversy, I think if he'd have got out there and posted some sort of video, because the response to it was all positive when he got out and said what he had to say about it.
Did y'all see the videos of the infield of the pits?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to know how long it took for them trucks to get out.
Haley Caldwell posted one. That was the first one I saw.
Yeah, they were there already.
Tucker Bolton was there, right? I think.
I didn't see it.
I think he made a post about. He said, I think that's the first time I've been to a race and the hauler got dirtier than the car or something like that. So they probably went out and got it today. I don't know. A lot of people may have left their haulers there because they couldn't get them out.
I don't think so. I think they got them all out. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I don't know. But
we'd have seen stuff on Facebook if somebody had been in there stuck or whatever. But yeah, I think you looked at it, it'd have taken till 3 a.m. if they would have said, we're going to do this. It'd have taken all night.
Shoot, or more.
Or probably longer.
Yeah, it'd have taken all night.
I bet it would have taken longer than that. Them pits were, there was water standing on the east side.
Then even if you would have got it run in, like it would have been slopped the entire night. It wouldn't have
then people would have complained about that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of drivers, too, would be like, yeah, we're not going to race on this. Like, I don't care if you wait, you definitely go till 4 a.m. We ain't going out there for that.
Yeah. Well, I definitely felt... I felt for him. I did.
Yeah, definitely stinks after all the work that he did put into it to build it up and try to get the little rivalry started up there.
Well, it'll still. I mean, if all these guys that were bought in to race with ASCS, the local guys bought in to race with ASCS this weekend, the rain date is the 19th.
Yeah.
So if all those guys will show up, it's still going to be a good race. You're still going to have. I mean, let's be honest. Riverside is going to be the show this weekend anyway.
We need to look up. Does ASCS race that week?
Well, see, no. What happened? So I think this is what my theory is, and what happened is because they agreed. They ended up. Maybe I shouldn't say all this. Okay, anyway.
Oh well, you're there.
You already started.
So yeah, they had actually agreed. They accepted. They wanted to do 2 days when they come back and I've heard them. It's hard to go 1 day event a long ways. Like most of them guys travel pretty far.
Right.
So they wanted to add a Friday to it. And so they kind of threw around some purses of, hey, let's try this on Friday. And ASCS was like, we need to do full purse. So they talked to some sponsor people and got it worked out to where they're like, all right, we'll do regular Friday purse and then we'll do the big purse on Saturday, 2-day deal. And so they agreed to it. Well, I know that they're in like a group chat together. What I think would happen is they sent the information, hey, this is what happened. And that's the same weekend as the Hocket at Lucas Oil. So I know Sam's probably running Hocket, Bergman, Matt Covington, probably another 2 or 3 other guys probably planning on doing the Hocket that same weekend. So I guarantee you they like, because I know like when Sam's been there in the past, his car owner flies in from Canada and hangs out all weekend. So I'm sure they probably had that all set up and, in their plans because there was nothing planned originally. And plus they're leaving Riverside and going out west. They're going to be in Montana and Kansas, I think, for like 2 or 3 straight weeks. They're going to be out on the road for like a straight month. when that comes back around. So
yeah, because they leave the Hocket and go out there. It's been that way for.
Well, no, they actually left Riverside and went out towards it.
Oh, Riverside.
They'll be in Montana this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought didn't they always go out west after the Hocket though?
I don't remember.
It seemed like I remember that was kind of like the cutoff for us with the national tour every year for, like when I was kind of going hot and heavy around all the ASC stuff.
I don't remember.
Seemed like they would run the Hocket and then they'd always take out west.
This year the Hocket is the high limit deal. So I'm sure those guys, it was nothing scheduled, so they wanted to go run that because most of the guys love racing that track as well.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of what happened is they did have an agreement to do this, but some of those guys probably pushed back on it, which fair enough. I mean, they race all year long. They want to go run. This was originally not on the schedule, so they had plans to go do this. So it just didn't work out. And so I told Clayton too, was like, just you got to keep the relationship good, like because you have to have. If you want to try to build this up, you got to have a series attached to it. Like racers are just different now. Like they have to have some sort of, I don't know, reassurance or like it's got to be attached to something before I come. I'm not just coming to a Riverside or any 360 race for that matter. If you paid $5,000, unless it's attached to a series, like the racer is just different now.
I think that's true with sprint cars.
Yeah, it's like the racer is just different. They're not going to just show up to a.
I think there's
going to be a one day
to lose if you're like the 5,000 to win. So you come down and you skip your night with your series you're running to run for 5,000.
Yeah.
And then what does that net you? Well, I mean, if you lose a night of racing in your series and everybody you've been racing against stays and races with the series, that could hurt bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about where you're at now with your series. You came down and skipped one night. It would put you into a hot seat.
Yeah, so that's what I still think. I mean, it's just tricky. It's like at the end of the year, it's hard to find a good date to reschedule, and so.
Because usually there's a lot of good stuff around this time. A lot of people, there's a lot of big shows that kind of start coming in.
Starting to kind of wind down about that time, so everybody's throwing in their Hail Marys and stuff. Usually mid-October is when it kind of starts ending, and you can kind of throw a big deal together like that. But then the weather is so iffy at that point. You can do mid-October and it mess around and be 40 degrees while nobody's coming in, too.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to find a spot that's really good at this point.
I think, though, if the event's good enough, they come anyway. Because I can remember every short track nationals at I-30 we would go to, and that was my favorite. I've said that a bunch of times on here. Like I-30 short track nationals in its heyday, like 2010, 2011, 12. Like to me, that was like the best races, like the best years, and it was cold as crap. Those nights.
But I still think they can pull some cars for this deal because, they got the Pocket at the same time. But, I mean, only a handful of guys can go. Like Sam, he can make the show there. But it's going to be the most difficult Pocket to ever make with high limit being there. So, like 360 guys that are in Oklahoma, like it's not a terrible trip for one day. Like a Sean McClellan, he can come from Oklahoma.
For 5,000 to win.
To come run it. Like the ASCS got guys like Ryder LaPlante, he's from Oklahoma. He does the national series. Mm-hmm. He can come run it, if they can want to make that trip. And Brogan Carter, like he's the guy that can come run it. And you got a couple of cars from Oklahoma that can come and run it. So I still think it can be good. And I've heard a little rumor they're supposed to be putting out some sort of challenge video on the Riverside website. It's supposed to be out already, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
so
I'll
be interested to see what the challenge video is all about. See if stir up a little interest in there. Because I did see Ryder LaPlante. He started talking his smack as soon as it was over with, or as soon as it was called. He said, Ryder LaPlante said, "Looks like the locals will get to hold their belt this year." So they're definitely going to challenge Ryder LaPlante to come and run the deal anyways.
Yeah.
He'll definitely be getting some sort of call out to come run.
That's good.
The 19th.
So please tell me there's no Farmington race that day.
There is.
Oh, come on.
It's the next to last one at Farmington.
Dang it.
So if you end up getting if your points
please
is getting,
rain out. I'm talking about Farmington. Please rain out.
If you get up there with your points in the next couple weeks. Where you lock it in. If you could skip that race, you lock it in.
The only problem is we got the Queens this weekend, which is just show up. And then we have a points race the next weekend. And then we're off Farmington because Power I is running at Benton. And then it's the 19th. So we basically only have one point race.
Let's see.
Till the 19th.
If I get on a treadmill and I start running now and I just don't stop, I might could look like you before that date, and then I'll just go get in for you. You know, I might have to. I can't really grow out my hair right there though, but I could go fill in for you, and then you can go run King of the Ditch. Try to take on that.
So as of right now, I'll be back at Farmington.
Dang it, that sucks. I gotta ask though, what would your walkout song have been?
It's a T.I. song called Him. Tell him Mr. Him is here.
That's a good song.
I don't get. Do I know that one? I don't know if I know that one or not.
It's a new one. He just put out the.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I don't guess I know that one. I actually thought of one because you were Hard Charger this past weekend. I had a good one for you.
What was that?
It's called Hard Charger.
No.
Do you know who sings it?
I have no idea.
You've never heard
Is
it?
it that Kenny Montgomery guy?
No. It's called Hard Charger, and Dale Earnhardt sang it.
Oh Lord.
So in the '80s, I think it was the '80s, country music and NASCAR were like this, you know. Yep. And they had the drivers make a country album. So like Richard Petty, Kelly Yarbrough, Dale Earnhardt, all those guys, each had a song that they sang in that album. And Dale Earnhardt's was Hard Charger.
Oh boy.
So I was like, that'd been a good one for Brad.
I'm definitely not going to go seek that out later.
You're not?
No.
It's a good one. It's good.
I want Dale's legacy to be preserved.
Well, Junior, the only reason I knew that is because Junior walked out to Bristol at it with that song playing. And that's how I found out. What would your walkout song be?
I'd have to think about it.
You'd have to think about it.
Yeah. There's too many.
You take it that serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on,
be
give me a
linked
good
to
one.
a song.
Give me a good
I
one.
think some of the choices I've seen presented, people should think about it a lot more.
Come
we
on,
just have some
It
corny.
also depends on what I'm driving too, because if I was driving a sprint car, the song wouldn't be the same as.
Again,
Crown
what
Vic.
difference does that make?
Oh, it makes a big
Oh,
difference.
come on.
They did this for
Everybody's been so boring about
They did this
this
for the Outlaws. The Outlaws did put out a video on Twitter. Maybe I didn't. I think I may have just shared it on there. But they asked all the Outlaw drivers what their walkout song would be, and they played like a little montage video real quick. And most of them did pretty good. And then it was Emerson Axum said, "Tracy Lawrence, Time Marches On." I was like, what? Why would you even answer that? That is a terrible selection.
Yeah.
Like, don't even put him on the video.
I will say the song that's running through my head is "Big Pimpin'" by Jay-Z
Big
and
Pimpin'.
UGK.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
can
a
see
good one.
that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Brad,
I think it'd
Hayden
be
said
fun,
Brad's would
but
be
I don't know.
Carson Macedo.
I have thought about a Chaz song too. Yeah, I
All
have
right.
thought about
Well,
that.
funny you say that because we were actually talking about it on the way home yesterday, and I said, "Well, all these morons that keep comparing me to Chaz, I guess I'm coming out to this is how we do."
I thought about that one.
I was like, I guess this is what I'm gonna do. This is how we do. That's what I'm coming out for.
If Carson Macedo was at the track, I would definitely do the Carson Macedo song. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. There was another one that we had thought of, and I can't remember what it was. But
All right, I mentioned to ask a question since we're talking about songs, and it's kind of not really interesting me. I want to know: are you driving on the 12th or not?
12
On the 12th at Riverside.
at Riverside.
Is that
Yeah.
You're talking about the
Vic?
That's
Crown
the Crown
Vic
Vic race. Are you gonna get a Vic or are you not?
Dude, all right, so here's my thought on the Crown Vic thing. I wish I'd have known about it a little bit sooner because it's kind of a hard turnaround right now. Like, if we found out about it last Monday night, right after the podcast. Like, when did they add it to the schedule? Do we even know?
A week ago, so 1 month out.
They added it last week?
I think so.
Yeah, I really wish we'd have had a little more time.
What do you
Because
mean? You found 3 cars?
Yeah, and they're all, like, junk. Like, the
Okay.
ones I have found are junk.
It's a Crown Vic
It's
race.
either
Yeah, it's supposed to be junk.
I know,
You don't
but
want a new one.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is they require a lot of work and time, of which I don't
No,
have.
they do not require a lot of work.
Well,
All that has to work.
Bust the
all that has-
windows out, chain the doors up.
Yeah, the
Wow.
only thing that has to work is the motor, the trans, and the rear end.
yeah.
Everything else is optional.
All right, big boy, have you found one yet?
Yes, I have. I'm going to look at it tomorrow.
Are you? Awesome. Good. Are you gonna do it?
I'll be.
He's racing at
I'll be in-
Farmington.
I'll be in Benton.
Crap,
by
that's
that
right.
weekend, I think.
Oh, you're Benton.
I think it's Power Ride night. Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So you're gonna
I'm gonna go look at one tomorrow and see if I can make a deal.
Yeah.
Who else is racing Crown Vics? I know a lot of people are interested, but I don't know how many people are actually.
That's what it says. It's like, it was like a very short timeline from beginning to end.
There's no.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do nothing crazy. Yeah, just find your car.
You just have to get a car, get the glass out. The hardest part is the cage.
Yeah.
It's got to have a cage.
It's got to have a cage.
Yeah, and safety gear. I don't have any safety gear, so I actually got to.
Guess you're borrowing mine.
Safety gear coming.
Guess you're borrowing mine.
Gloves or whatever if you need it.
Yeah, I mean, here's I got to thinking about it, and like we're sitting there talking about I want to go race one more time this year. I kind of feel like it's hard for me to justify.
What's Kyle Larson say? What's Kyle Larson say?
What?
He says seat time is the answer.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about I need to put all my money into going back to the next race.
You just need to sell something.
Tell me about it. I can't make a better deal on 3 sprint cars right now.
You got a stock car you could sell?
A stock car?
Yep.
Carter Caldwell said he found some. Just got to put cages in them.
Carter, one of them is the one in Covington is the one I'm going to look at tomorrow.
You can't go giving it away now. Somebody's going to beat you to it now.
Nah.
No?
Be all right.
That sucker will be sold before you get home.
Ain't been sold all weekend. He sent it to me on Thursday.
Carter Caldwell
Wednesday.
said he'll get you a cage in there.
Get me a cage in there. All right. Well, if I can find me one, I'll try and get me one. What the heck? Whatever. I'm gonna. I mean, dang.
Sell something. Sell the PS5. You don't need it.
Sell a PS5 and get what, a tire?
No, you can get. You sent me what you were looking at. You're looking at one of them for $600. You get half the money out of the PS5.
And it said doesn't run, needs transmission.
Find you a $200 transmission set up in there.
Yeah. When am I going to work on it, Bo?
I mean, hey,
when
do you want to race or do you not want to race?
I would love to, but when am I going to work on it?
I don't want to hear no more excuses.
Oh, my goodness. I got backup options for him. Okay. All right. Well, yes, I would love to. And if I can find me one, sure, I'll be on board with it.
Ronnie Howard said he would walk out to the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
Actually, no, I think he needs to.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Got some work for you now.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Caden said, seems like a discussion we should have first, husband.
She is. He's just discussing it.
I've been talking about it all weekend. You haven't been around?
We're discussing it right now. And yeah, me and Bo were looking at Marketplace like all Friday night or Thursday night. Me and Bo were sitting there at the camper. We're just sitting there scrolling, looking through Marketplace. But
I got tractor money. I told her if I could get one for tractor money, I'd do it.
Can you lend me some tractor money?
I don't know if I have enough for 2. I gotta count the tractor money. I'm gonna have something listed here in a couple days too. I got to move some product, get some more money freed up.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if I can sell the sprint cars, if somebody come buy these sprint cars, I'll definitely get me one.
Oh, you ain't racing on the 12.
Probably not. And I gotta find one.
If that's it,
Dale Howard's a transmission guy.
Dude, you could probably trade. I know this is off subject, but
I know you're not about to tell me trade sprint cars.
Hang on. There are several race-ready Crown Vics in Arkansas for sale right now for the $4,000 to $5,000 range, and you could probably trade a sprint car frame for them.
Have you lost your mind? That $4,000 or $5,000 is what I need to go to the next race.
Yeah, but then you race the 12th and you sell that $4,000 or $5,000. It's not a $4,000 or $5,000.
What if I go out there and absolutely destroy the thing?
They're already destroyed.
It's a crap big race,
dude. If you're going to be wrecking everybody, they're not going to want you in there. They're going to spin you out, put you in the infield, pop your tires or something. But I mean, it's a Crown Vic race car.
Boy.
It doesn't take a lot. You can beat up on them. I mean, look at what these cops do.
Oh, Bo is walking out to Pink Pony Club.
Hey, that's a banger.
It is. Oh my goodness! All right, so you're going to look at a Crown Vic.
Yeah, I'm going to look tomorrow.
You're gonna paint the number and Uncle Bo's on the hood and everything.
Hannah's gonna paint it.
Oh, Hannah's gonna paint it. She already asked.
Yep.
Okay. Do I get to paint anything on it?
No, Hannah's gonna paint it.
Can I do anything on there?
I don't know. You got to talk to Hannah. I guess she's gonna be crew chief.
She's really.
I guess so.
Okay. I'm definitely not gonna miss this. I'm definitely not gonna miss it. It'll be fun. Either way, it'll be fun. I'm interested to know how many go though. I really am.
One thing you do need to look at: a lot of guys run 373s, and you can't run 373s at Riverside. So if you do go buy a already built Crown Vic, you need to make sure that it doesn't have 373s welded in it.
Okay.
Or you can't get them out.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
All right. And it can be a Grand Marquis too. We did look at that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be. It can be a Grand Marquis. And every Grand Marquis that I looked at was like really nice. They were actually like really nice. So
yeah, you do have to have steel wheels. So a lot of Grand Marquis have aluminum wheels.
Hey, wait a minute! You're not gonna go look at the one in Illinois that we found?
No, I wish I could. I don't. Honestly, if this one falls through tomorrow,
this sucker had some big 28s on it.
I was sure gonna pull up. It was 6s,
but I was sure gonna pull up the track pack on some 6s, baby, and come back to the pits and take them
thing, off. I mean, you'd have had a ladder to get in this car, and it looked clean. And he talked about, he's like, I'd kind of like to go up there and get that one for this deal, pack the track with these.
I sure would. I'd pull up, pimping. That's when my big pimping.
Yeah.
Song will be on.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, I'm interested to see, because literally like 2 weeks ago, I had a guy stop me in Walmart. We were sitting there talking, and he said, if I ever start a Crown Vic class, he said, I'm game, I'm down.
There's one race on the schedule, brother. Where you at?
There's one race on the schedule.
So what happens theoretically, what happens if more people show up with Crown Vics and stock cars? Do we put Crown Vics up?
Oh.
We can't do it this year because you got to finish out the point
it's gonna be a trial run. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
But honestly, the rules are the biggest rules that I've noticed that kind of stick out to me is you can't modify the suspension on the car.
Yeah. I'm all for it.
It's got to have a stock suspension on it.
Yeah, I'm all for keeping it as simple as it can possibly be.
That is super simple.
Yeah, super simple. But anyway, so yep, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the King of the Ditch, because now that race is not on top of anything that I want to go do. So I'm excited that I may not, unless something happens, hopefully nothing happens, I get to go watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. Unfortunately, our points champion here is not going to get to go unless he gets rained out.
Hey, God willing, we'll be there.
God
willing.
Racing. That's right.
Doing what we want to do. So.
That is right. All right, last thing I wanted to get to, last story before we wrap this thing up. We had DeCoin with the ARCA race, and our good pal was left standing there with his bag.
Yeah.
So I've had a similar situation. They finally showed up right before the features, but at least they showed up.
It's a little bit different.
It's quite a bit different.
Yeah,
because you didn't pay.
I didn't pay for this ride.
Didn't pay.
And our good boy Chase Howard here paid, I'm pretty sure, a pretty penny for this ride. And it was Springfield, not DeCoin. Okay, my bad.
Springfield.
Yeah. Either way, the ARCA race this past weekend. So Chase Howard shows up on Sunday for the ARCA race.
He was there Saturday.
Yeah, he was there. Wasn't it Sunday though when they were supposed to race?
The race was Sunday, but he found out the night before.
Okay. All right.
They think they called him at like midnight or texted him at like midnight. It's like, hey, we're not going to be able to make it. So.
Well, I thought that they had said that they were on the way, and then they didn't show up.
They were telling him they were going to leave like that morning. They had a long drive, so they were going to leave because you couldn't pull your ARCA trailer in until 6 a.m. or something like that. So they were going to leave that Saturday morning or afternoon, and made it sound like they were like coming or on the way. So Chase is already there, and it was like midnight or so, and because he posted it pretty late because we were coming home from Farmington, and I was like, what? I was like, wait, what is this for real? And that's when he told me that, they told him they couldn't get the car ready in time. But he'd been up there a couple weeks before and got fitted. So was that the same car that they said they didn't get ready?
Yeah. And I'm
Did you get reimbursed? That's what I want to know.
Well, Adam's Club didn't make it sound like he was going to get reimbursed, but I don't know.
So is that the video you sent us?
But it's a little
talks
different.
about it in there.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, he's talking about the Braden Lasker complaining about the motors blowing up, and he said, well, when we've had issues with our cars, like he said, we do ours is like the cheapest one, and it's $15,000. That's like he said, you're not going to get any cheaper than that. Braden had an issue, so this next race we only charged him $3,000, I think he said. And he's talking about, but we're the buttholes. We're the wrong ones in the wrong. It's like there's a young man up there that went to race, and his team didn't even show up, and apparently Braden has also driven for that team and had the same issue, and they didn't give him any money back or anything. They didn't work out any types of deals with him or nothing. They just took his money and ran with it.
You were in practice or you're taking a green flag. Shoot, if you're at the track running and something happens, that's racing. But if you pay for a ride and the ride doesn't show up, there's got to be a protection clause in that contract for the driver as much as the race.
If he signed a contract, I hope he read the fine print there, because the way that Alex Club was talking about is that deal, them dudes took Braden last year's money, but they, of course, like you said, he showed up and raced, but like they didn't no show at all, and they didn't call him until they texted him like, hey, we're not coming, which is just really shady in the first place.
Right. Thing is, he didn't even get to enjoy the race. I mean, he had to sit up there and think about not riding in it.
Yeah,
that was a fun race.
I mean, shout out to Alex Club too. He's been kind of the butt of the jokes of everything. He's the big guy that couldn't get out of his car hardly. But he said he approached Chase and told him, like, I've got 3 cars, 3 drivers, but like if we have some reason where someone needs to fill in, like you can drive one of our cars. And like the Alex Club, the video I sent you, like I gained a lot of respect for him, the way he was talking about wanting to give blue collar guys a chance. He's like one of the lowest price deals. He said, but you get what you pay for it. I'll be honest with you. If there's 40 cars, you're going to be 32nd, but you can come, race the deal or whatever. So but that was a crazy story, because that's what I was thinking too. That's what I thought too. Was like I saw a photo of him getting fitted in the car, and then they tell him the car is not ready. So like, what happened between those 2 points there?
Yeah. Well, it's the team's called Rise
Motorsports, I believe,
89, Rise Racing 89. I think is what their Facebook page is or whatever. So don't follow them, don't support them, because apparently they just leave their drivers high and dry and don't show up. After taking a huge amount of money. I don't know if there's a lawsuit there or what, but I would not be happy. I'm gonna tell you, they're
about money back. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he signed a contract or what was in the contract, but definitely be searching out my options if I don't get my money back. And I can guarantee you, Ronnie Howard is going to let everybody know every day in every single post.
Yep. Well, honestly, he should.
Wow, yeah, I agree. I'm just kidding.
He should. And the entire world should know. There should never be another driver interested in racing for this guy.
No
ever.
Way.
That guy should never be able to have anybody show up. If he wants that car to show up, he just got to drive it himself. Nobody should ever give him another penny. If that's how you do business, then you don't deserve it. So I mean, it's just it's terrible. It's a terrible way to be. So Susie said you already know. Yeah, wait, hey Ronnie, I'll share every post on that one, because that's that's pretty brutal.
And my suggestion, like for Chase, in my opinion, doesn't matter in the end, but I know he does have a sponsor that puts this money up and helps him with it and stuff like that. But like Chase loves non-wing racing. Just take all that money, go run Indiana Sprint Week, go run the Corn Belt Nationals at non-wing Knoxville, or go run a bunch of USAC races with that money, and don't mess around with these ARCA teams like that. You're going to run. I know he ran good on the dirt stuff or whatever last year, but still, it's like he loves non-wing, can be good at it. Take that money and go run USAC Sprint Week or something like that.
And I guess we're talking to Chase through the podcast, but here's my advice. I like what he says. I've known that Chase loves non-wing stuff. There's no surprise there. Like he's been very open about that. But if he did, he did run some pavement races with that team. If he does want to do some pavement stuff, dude, go run the car store. I was telling somebody today, like, that same money that you spent for the ARCA car, get a dang good car store car for.
The pro late models.
The pros.
The guy that won the race, that car's up for rent.
Yeah, I think that's like I looked into them. Yeah, they rent rides all the time. So
yeah, and obviously it's a good car.
It is a good car. So my advice would be, like, the Cars Tour to me has a whole lot more respect than ARCA does.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Because
Yeah, I mean, the Cars Tour goes right to trucks now. It doesn't. I mean, that's the bridge. The ARCA path. Yeah, it's still there a little bit, but
that's not how I was looking at it. I just mean like the guys in the Cup, O'Reilly, Truck, whatever, they all, if they had to pick between running the Cars Tour and ARCA,
they're not racing.
When was the last time a Cup driver said, you know what, I want to go run an ARCA race?
They didn't.
They don't. But what do? What's Corey Heim do?
Go run cars.
They'll go run the Cars Tour. So
the thing about it, you got to remember and the bad thing, it's the worst part about ARCA is that you've got the guys that are there charging $15,000 for a seat, and they're not going to run it. They can't run any better than 32nd. But you've also got the guys at the very top where they get in one of the elite teams, and you don't have to be good to race those cars at the front.
Yeah. Yeah,
you don't have to be.
Their equipment's
so much better than the rest of the field, and there's probably 5 cars that are competent with one another at the top, and then the rest of it falls out the back.
Yeah.
And if you don't have one of those seats, what's the point? And then if you're a guy like Chase who's got some talent, and you're competing against those guys in front, well, nobody cares about anybody past the top 5 because those guys are always in the top 5. They're in there every week, so nobody notices the guy that races a 32nd car in 25th.
Yeah.
But they do notice that in the Cars Tour.
Yeah. So like I was telling earlier, like in our experience, like the gap, the difference in speed from top to bottom is this dadgum close. I mean, you can't even tell the difference. The leader can be lapping last place in like 3 laps in an ARCA race.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the gap is so
it's massive,
huge.
Some of those cars don't even look like they should be out there.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if you go rent the ride, not only you're going to be with an experienced team, so they're going to know what to do, and they're going to be able to give you all this good advice. They're going to be able to help you. And so, if you take that same money and you go rent a good Cars Tour ride, I promise you, for the same money, you're going to get a whole lot more bang for your buck. And I've told him that for months.
Dude,
so I guess I got to do it publicly to get it in his head.
Honestly,
do it, dude. Like,
you
you're
may be
wasting
better
your time.
off running ARCA West than running the main ARCA series.
Probably. Probably. Like, I mean, I hate to be that way, but I mean, dang, man, like, I think it'd be way better for you. And I mean it all in good.
But
good.
I mean, really, when you're looking at the trajectory and how these guys that are intertwined with NASCAR, NASCAR is a top tier in racing in the United States. I know dirt people will hate me for saying that, but it is. If you want to be successful and you want to get paid to race, that's where you go. Or, I mean, you can go race sprint cars and do that in the upper series, but the point I'm getting at is ARCA's getting put by the wayside. That's why it looks the way it does, because 20 years ago it didn't look like that.
No,
20 years ago it looked like what the Cars Tour looks like now, but now that you've got guys, Cars Tour is grassroots. It is truly grassroots. Now it's the highest level of grassroots. It's not cheap to do it anymore, but that's where it starts. That's where it is. You come run your grassroots car and you can run with these guys.
Yeah.
And then the next step is trucks, and then the next step is Xfinity. And that's how if you do want to have a chance to get into the next level of driving, that's so much of a better investment. And the money is not that much different.
Yeah.
Because ARCA carries the weight from the past. People can charge that much for a ride. And yeah, if you do have money, you can get a Gibbs ride, then
look,
I might build yourself something.
That's about the only ones winning the ARCA now.
That's
are like
pretty much
Gibbs.
it.
yeah, oh yeah.
And so like those guys they're being groomed to come up through the deal to where, like, if Chase has a good run and say a team does approach him, they're going to say, all right, we'll put you in a truck, but we're going to need $1.2 million to put you in here.
I literally told this story the other day. I think I've told it on here before. Like, I was approached by an ARCA team, and they said $2 million. You could run the Cars Tour for probably $300,000. Wouldn't you say that's a safe number for a full year? 300 grand, probably the same amount of races.
If you got a car.
If you got, I guess.
Are you talking about renting a car?
Renting a car.
Yeah,
like a good car.
Somewhere you're probably in the ballpark.
Anyway,
maybe not. Maybe that on the shy side, but
I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, for probably a fourth of the price, you could go run a really good cars tour.
Yeah, the 4th is probably good.
Anyway,
look at the schedule, counting the races, how much it's going to cost.
Regardless, it's a significant difference, is what I'm saying, and you'll be competitive. So that's just how I look at it. You know, I don't know what ARCA's deal is or why they think that they should charge so much, but it's not worth it. $9,000 for one race with Gibbs.
I don't know. If
I don't think
not
that's
according
true,
to Alex Club.
Yeah,
It's about $50,000 for one.
Yeah, I don't think that's true,
If it was
dude.
$9,000 with Gibbs, I might go.
If it was
Gibbs.
I'm about to say, I was gonna say if it's $9,000 for Gibbs, I'll go race for
Yeah,
Gibbs.
Brandon, sell your car. You can get.
I was gonna
10
say,
races out of this deal.
I'll sell my car, go run for Gibbs right now. So I don't think that's true. Susie, it's more than that. Yeah, Ronnie, are you sleepy? Do you need to go night?
He meant to put 90.
Yeah, he meant to put 90. Yeah, yep. Yeah, but that's my advice. Which, of course, Brad too. Like Chase he loves non-wing stuff. Man, go run the non-wing. I don't know, do something different. I would not. There is no way, and them guys would ever get another penny. I would not even fool with it. If you can't drive for the Gibbs or what was the team that
Venturini.
Well, yeah, Venturini, but I was thinking, what's the team that? Oh man, he's got a funny name. He went to run. He's running trucks now for Ram. Dadgummit, what's his name? You know who I'm talking
I'm sorry. What are you talking
about.
about?
He ain't even paying attention.
No, I was
what's the
reading
guy
something
that
else.
ran a 28 car, won championship last year? What's his dadgum name?
In what series?
He ran ARCA last year, won championship in 28 car. He drives a Ram now. What's his darn name? There's only what I'm saying is he's one of the other teams that's in
Gavin
town.
Boschel.
No.
I know the answer.
Come on,
but-
you Butterbean.
Yeah, Butterbean.
I don't know why I
Brandon
couldn't
Queen.
think of Butterbean of all names. I couldn't think of Butterbean. But anyway,
I could think of the other 3 full-time drivers, and I could not think of his name.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, there's like four to six cars on any given week that's going to win that race, and that's it. You know, so it's just not worth it to me. But or it wouldn't be to me anyway. But anyhow, that's all I got. Is there anything else we missed?
Go check out my video. Dropped Sunday about how our weekend started. Uncle Bo's on YouTube.
You've already got something up for the weekend already?
It was not about the weekend, but it was about
Okay.
how my
You're
weekend started.
You're posting all the time now. Like you got a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff you've
pretty
been
much. I'm gonna put it in the comments. Hang on, don't close this down.
I'm not gonna close it
I'm
down
just gonna
yet.
pull it up real quick.
Gotta get my darn mouse to work. My mouse ain't even working. Yeah, Bo, make sure you go follow Uncle Bo's and Hannah
Yep.
on
Uncle Bo and
on
Hannah.
YouTube. Make sure
See if this works here.
make sure you guys go get that Driven Racing Oil, drivenracingoil.com. Use that 10% code. It's Hanks10. Get your discount.
My right click doesn't work. What's the keyboard cue for paste? Control V.
I thought it was Command V.
Hey.
Hey, I knew something. Look
It's
at that.
Control.
I've learned a
not
little
command.
something doing this stuff. Anything else, Brad?
I think that's all I got.
I can tell you're ready to go to bed, ain't you?
No.
Oh, you're not?
I was sitting here thinking
Yeah.
if I'm forgetting something. I'm scrolling through.
Yeah,
making sure.
I usually save stuff in case I forget.
I hope
But
that
I
worked.
can't-
It doesn't look like it worked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
That's so gay.
I'm still waiting. Dang, we just got canceled.
Gay. You can say gay. You just can't say faggot. Oh.
There we go. Just got canceled again. Well, we appreciate y'all listening. I wasn't able to get my hands on any shirts this past weekend. I'm still waiting on those. If anybody, I'm just going to put this out there. We're trying to put some stuff together right now to go run, maybe go run Martinsville in 4 weeks.
What the heck?
So, one of the biggest races of the years is Martinsville in the late model stocks. And anybody's interested in talking about helping us out with that deal, come talk to me. You know where to find me. Hey, if it's a set of tires, whatever. I mean, anything helps. So, don't know what we're gonna do yet. Like I said, there's 3 races that I wanna race, and one of them's Martinsville. The other one's the Cars Tour at Newport, and the other one is South Boston, and it's the finale on October 18th. So, That's kind of one of the 3 races I'm looking at, and it's probably just gonna be one. Because like I said, trying to go run one of those races and turn around and go back and run a different one is probably gonna be a little too tall of a task for us. So,
Well, dang, it's not linking in the comments. That's so dumb.
well, I can. Let's see. I'll see if I can.
Maybe once you take it off live, I'll comment it again.
I'll copy it myself,
see.
and then I'll put it in there if it doesn't go up for you.
Sorry, I took away from your moment there.
No, I didn't have a moment. There we go. I'll copy it just in case it doesn't work. But anyway, so yeah, just like a set of tires. I don't know. We'll talk a little bit. If you're interested in being on a late model stock, it'll be on Flow. Apparently, a lot of people watch that race. It's like one of their crown jewels. So anyway, that's all I got. Anything else? Closing it out.
No, that's it.
All right,
That's it for me. One more thing. Let her eat.
Let her eat. All right, guys. We appreciate it. See y'all later.
See ya.